We are at Threlqueld Quarry and Mining Museum, which originally opened in 1870 to supply railway ballast to the Penrith-Keswick line. The granite quarry finally closed in 1982, and now it's this wonderful site that's full of old machinery, lots of it in working order, and it's all run by volunteers. If you watched episode 3, you'll have seen this wonderful machine in action. It's a 48-ton steam navvy, and it was built in Lincoln by Ruston, Proctor and Co. in 1909. And it's called the Hooley, and that is because it was saved by Ray Hooley. He took a team of volunteers and they lifted this from approximately 18 foot to 25 foot. There's different measurements with what you read, but about the very deep Blue Lagoon, Arsley in Bedfordshire. It had spent 47 years underwater before it was rescued in a campaign inspired by Ray Hooley, who's a Lincoln-based historian. The navvy had worked at the bottom of the chalk quarry pit and was left there when quarrying ceased because of the Great Depression in 1930. Then the quarry gradually filled with water, obviously then covering the Hooley up, but you could just see it peeping out of the top of the water, and this is when Ray decided to save it. He needed the help of 9 companies and the machinery and manpower, and it took 18 months of intense involvement to organise the rescue. It was finally carried out in October 1977. As you can see from the pictures, the volunteers at Threlqueld Quarry did an amazing job of restoring it, and here is the beast in action. What a sight!
Today I am going to drive a crane. Yes, that is right. I am. The little old me, who doesn't even own a driving licence, is going to drive a crane today. What can possibly go wrong? Driving this.
Are you seriously?
Yeah?
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
I'm driving that. Don't know why they've put me on it, but I'm driving it.
That big crane?
That big crane digger, massive big machine, yes.
Off you go then.
Richard! Look at it! So I'm thinking that this is going to go drastically wrong, and as you can see, it's on an edge, and I think it's just going to tip over and flop over and I'm going to die. So, goodbye. So this is what we are actually driving. I mean, it's...
You know she's only driven a Nissan Micra,
Actually,
don't you?
have you find I've driven a Van den Plaat Austin Princess?
Well, that is
Up
just a
one road,
24-ton Van den Plaat Austin Princess. How would you like to drive a 24-ton one?
Let's do it.
That's about 11 tons of brace remove. But the problem with that one is it's still the lift with your levers, but you've got to hang on to things with your pedals. And the thing is, the whole boom is on your right foot, so that would be a little more complicated. We'll get you used to using the one.
big
lane
one.
Just start on this
Start on the big one first.
one.
Yeah,
This
just
Meccano one.
Start on the little one.
Then we'll just get smaller.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a look at the cats and things first before we drive, or do we?
Well, actual cats, so.
Yes, cat.
I think she
like
thinks as
a
in.
fluffy thing.
Cat.
No, do you want to drive?
Do you want to drive first?
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, it takes a little bit of setting up, but it's.
Let's go for the keys.
Yes, we have a key here. So what we do, There's lots of compartments on these machines, obviously with them.
I was talking to my friends the other week and then they were like, oh, so what are you doing next? But I said, oh, I'm just driving a crane. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure you are. No, ma'am.
Yours is a 2-battery system, and then these are clutches. And what you're operating whenever you slew or travel this machine, if you go forward, this one will work, and if you go backwards, that one will work. And it basically works on a system of air. And these have these little cylinders here that just expand that clutch inside that drum.
That looks like a brake on a car.
It is the same as a brake on a car, but what it is, on these machines, if you have a look at that one there, it's got a swing brake band on the outside of the drum.
Yeah, it
You see?
has.
And that's how your hoist and your retract drums work.
Yeah.
You basically got a brake on your foot,
Yeah.
which you use as a clutch, and you basically got a hand lever which operates these clutches to engage them to make the drums spin.
Yeah.
So what we have on this system here is we have 2 drums of rope. And we've got one rope that goes up the boom,
Yeah,
basically it comes back down and it'll suspend the bucket.
right.
So what we'll do today, for starters, is we'll suspend the bucket about 2 foot above the ground. And what Matilda's going to do, she's going to bring it towards the machine. At a certain point, she's going to stop and hold it. And then what we're going to do is you're going to gently find the bite point on your pedal.
Oh,
because
she's
you know-
crap at that.
Yeah, but you know.
You can see mine is some brake, micro's clutch.
Yes. Well, basically, you're going to learn to use a clutch with both feet. Because it's like when you're driving these for like 12 hours a day, what you'd have is you'd have a situation where you'd want everything to be feather light and you know dead easy to use. Otherwise, it becomes very fatiguing. So what they've done is they basically everything. If you let go of the lever and you don't have on your brake, it drops out the sky as fast as gravity can pull it.
So if I just put my brake on the whole entire time, will I be alright?
That's not good. That'll burn your brake out, you see, so we don't want to do that either. So that's basically the slewing clutch side of it.
All right, until they'll be strong.
Right, so much like the other machines, you basically have an old bicycle seat.
Yep. You want us to move out the way?
Oh, you'll be all right.
Like to reach.
Can you reach? It's only a little thing, aren't you, love?
Yeah, can you reach that? You will. You can't just sit on the edge. You'll be okay. When you come from on the drive,
Yeah. You can get up.
go under. Basically, the action of this, all I want you to do today, take your foot on it for you.
See you.
You'll have to really tight. No, it's not that fast now, is it? I'll just catch the levers and things if you want.
Your little legs reach, love. What? Your little legs reach. What do I do first?
Basically, what you do first is the lever forward without pressing the brake.
What are you moving it, Matilda?
You're driving it now.
Look at you. You want to do it now?
Lever back towards you while pushing the brake on. Good girl.
Hey! You're a great driver.
First time.
Well done,
Now
you.
you find the right point just by gently releasing the brake, and you've got to nicely feed that bucket back out without it running away.
When should I start?
So now, take your foot off gently as you did before, and let the thing touch the ground. Feed that out nicely so it's a lovely smooth operation. Basically, that takes you back to the readiness to dig. Beautiful. Right, we'll do that again. So it's your foot off, right rein. Yep. You've got this.
When should I start?
Now, look at that. You've got this. Just a little bit. left brake off and your left lever out. Push your left lever out, that's it. And just feather this foot off a little way bit. Oh, just a little bit. That lets it dig, you see. Right, you can hold it there.
Brakes on.
Yeah, put your brake on, let the lever off. Let that lever off. That's it. Now then, hoist lever, yeah, pick it up.
This one?
Yeah. That's high enough. And pick it up a little bit more. Right. Just hold your right foot and let your left foot go. And then pick it up with the hoist, just lift it up a touch.
Which one?
This one, yeah.
Right one?
Yeah, the right one. Hey, tipped it all out, look. Isn't that good? Right.
And Matilda driving a crane.
Yeah, very difficult machine to operate for normal people. But obviously you're a very talented young lass to do that. Do that in the time you've had. I like it, it's good.
Well, thank you. I could never have done it without you, so thank you very much.
Well, you did very well. So yeah.
Great teacher, and thank you for letting me, giving me the opportunity to do it.
We just need to get off here safely. Seen anyone actually jump on a machine of this sort, because it's so very difficult to drive, and actually dig with it within an hour. I mean,
I think she's been less than an hour, Richard.
I think very much less than an hour, and already you've got the cycle. You've done the full digging cycle.
Did she have good clutch control?
So she's done very well.
Well
I
done.
couldn't have done it without you, though. They're like, what do I do now? So you just use your right leg.
It's all hand-eye and foot coordination. Whereas with a modern machine, when you get into slowing them, which we'll do probably next time, with these machines you can slow it right or left, and it'll continue to go there even though you've let go of the lever. The thing just carries on round. You've actually got to use an opposing action to stop it and control it to where you want it to actually be. I mean, I can't believe you've actually had two brakes, two levers in that short space of time. It's phenomenal.
Well done, you. We'll have to buy
I
you a
can't believe you did
We'll have
it.
to buy you a crane for Christmas.
Yeah, you'll have to be on 22 now.
Is this a micro?
So what do
Sorry,
you think of the
crane.
experience itself? I mean, can you imagine people doing that for 12 hours a day?
I mean, yeah, I was
I
like,
mean, they used to shift roughly about 1,000 tonne a day with one of these.
yeah.
Offer people a chance to either acquire one like by donating, like a dock one, and then we'll instruct them on how to actually repair them and operate them as we've just done with you. I mean, I can't believe that. That is.
You've impressed
I
him.
think you've been practicing somewhere.
I tell you.
Well, we've got a couple of cranes
I think I
at
remember a
home.
couple of years ago, there was one of those little toy sandpits where you have two levers, and that was about it.
Very impressive. I'm honestly impressed with that. You're that good. I'd like you to have a go on that one next time. So that one there, as I've explained, the whole boom, everything's on your right foot. So if you make an error, bang, goes to the floor. But with your control of this, hands down, I'd let you have a go on that. We'll get you more used to this one first.
We were then off to see what else Richard had in store for us, and we also saw how a boiler was made for some of these wonderful steam machines.
That there, we think, is from 1938. It was owned by Berkeley Bricks, the Berkeley Brick Company. And funny enough, the actual Panther that was on Priestman's brochure was the one at Berkeley Bricks. So that was probably the first Panther that ever come out of Priestman's site in Hull. It's got a Dorman 2DW in it. which I've actually spent 40 hours rebuilding from scratch without a manual. Somebody had stripped it for me nicely because it had seized up. We put new liners, new pistons in it, and that runs a treat now. So it's just had a new cab made for it, and basically that'll be up and running soon. Learning before, down in the engine shed, we're actually building a steam loco from scratch.
Yeah, well, that's what we filmed. We saw.
You saw that?
Yeah. The beginning, I was going to say, how's that getting on?
There's your boilers.
Wow.
So these have been rolled especially for that job. Those have been cast especially for that job. So there's two of them.
So wait, how have you got them? When you say they've been cast, how's that happened? Where from, or have you managed that?
Well, basically, we sourced out pattern makers.
Yeah.
Because we've only got drawings.
Right.
So what we've done is we've given the pattern makers the drawings. They've made the patterns. They've sent them to a foundry, and they've cast us obviously the bits that we need to make this thing local.
Unbelievable.
We're actually currently drilling all the old. We're actually riveting together. So you've all the holes to drill, and then I don't know if you've ever seen the process. You warm these up till they're absolutely red hot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And basically you just drop them in.
Yeah.
There's a guy inside with their gun, and he just
Yes, and that.
and they hold the dowel on the top. But basically what happens is when them shrink, what happens is when they're being hot, they actually expand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why there's
And then they're tight,
that's
yeah.
why there's a little bit of clearance.
Yeah.
When they cool down, they shrink.
Yeah.
So what it does is, as we've riveted either side of that,
Yeah.
it pulls the two bits of metal closer together. It gives a really tight, nice airtight bond.
Unbelievable.
We've got a foundry there what we're going to be using to warm things up. And then obviously, as I say, we just send that to the hole so we can roll it down. And that's a little 10-hour grade that we just nipped in the end here just to try and renovate another one. So there's another one on each one.
How many of the people are there renovating? You helping you?
Basically, I think about 6 people in total.
Really?
Aye. So it's there's not a
Are
lot
they all
of.
volunteers?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's well, there's actually Ian who's the owner. He basically he owns most of the stuff you see, and the vintage actually it just owns more or less the rest of it. And then there's a few of us actually own our own machines. But yeah, it's basically just there's engines there that we've brought in that are seized solid. We took the injectors out, and what we've done is they over time will free themselves up because that oil will get through them. There's about 3 that I've had out of here. They came in totally locked up, but you tend to find that when you get an engine that's seized solid, it's because the tolerances are still nice and they're a good engine. In other words, the tolerances are nice and tight. If you get an old worn out sloppy engine, it'll probably never seize up. So we tend to just brake fluid and diesel down it.
That's interesting because I would have thought if it's seized up, it's knackered.
No,
Yeah.
you just walk away from it. The seize up just withstanding, purely
Yeah.
withstanding.
Yeah.
And you only need a bit of condensation.
Yeah.
And it just that little bit of rust on them rings. There's such a big area
Yeah.
on them rings. It doesn't take a lot of rust to actually freeze them up.
No.
And so basically what you've got is a thing that you can pour it down, let all that soak in over maybe 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But there's no rush for them.
No.
Because they are actually mostly.
Because you've got about 5 or 6 cranes to finish before you get there
Yeah,
anyway.
well, we've got lots more than that.
Say, oh, thank goodness that one.
We've got a lot of cranes to finish before that one, but it's like an ongoing process.
Yeah.
People
Oh, it
would-
never stops.
But people would look at it and they would say, "Oh, but you've got all these scrap engines lying about. They're never going to run." Well, sorry, they are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that boiler there. We bought that as scrap. It's all been fully restored, and it's good to go again.
Amazing. You really are doing a good job.
And that will
I hope you enjoyed watching that as much as we did making it. And join us next time to see what happens at Threlqueld Quarry and Mining Museum. Thank you for watching and please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Bye!